done by using various forms of control and manipulation. The Archons are envious of human divinity and have gone to every length to keep humanity in the dark, and with no power. If a being is controlling or manipulating your universal free will in any way, or causing harm, threatening harm, they are under the influence of the archontic entity, and most likely don't even know it. The archontic control grid began the first day the earth was created, as detailed in the ancient Gnostic writings of Sophia about these entities. There is a trace of the archontic control grid still running in the Matrix, but only because unconscious humans are ignorant of the fact that such a thing even exists or is happening. The good news is, you have full authority and power to stop feeding the Archon, and it ceases to be when you cut off its food supply. The only way to stop an Archon is to stop giving it your energy, or simply put, do not give it permission to have authority over you. The only thing the Archon cannot deal with is a firm, intentional, no. When you say, no, the universal prime directive kicks in and a being may not interfere in your soul's journey in any way. This is the way it is. Goodness and being in alignment with the universe creates a protective force field around you that nothing can overcome. If your heart is straight and an Archon is still attacking you, then you are giving it permission in some way. You have to block all the entry portals by saying no in every way, and be aware of all of your energetic connections. You may say, I have already done all of this and the attack continues. We say, did you say no to the person you could never say no to? Did you look around your immediate space at all the objects that may be the portal we speak of? In many cases it is an object someone gave you or that you obtained that contains traumatic energy, and may even be something very sentimental to you. If you look, you will find this object and the destruction of it is the saying, no, you may have overlooked. In other cases, we have seen beings disconnect from other beings and leave residue energy behind for months, or even years, by leaving their phone number in their phone. Something as simple as this is a consensual contract or agreement for a being to drain some of your power constantly. It's interesting to note here that some of these beings don't have a clue they are sucking the life out of your body. They just know it feels good when you are feeling trauma or pain of any sort, and do not understand how any of this works behind the scenes. The grandest trick or creation of the Archon is called the 3D matrix. Everything about this control system is anti-sentient life, and the closer you look at it, the more you will be disturbed by what you see. It's also interesting to note that the matrix definition of an Archon is a magistrate, a judge, or public official, the one who speaks the argument, or even a discussion with lots of questions or nonsense. The Art of War, an ancient spiritual manuscript says, the one who speaks last loses. What is the solution here? Stop the discussion at once. This is the saying no, and the cutting of the cord. When you are no longer in the discussion, notice the pain stops and your energy returns shortly after. Another way is called the Archon guilt or blame trip. This one is mostly used in intimate or family relationships, where the other being feels inferior, and they only feel power, your power, when they are putting you down, or making you feel bad for doing something to them, that has nothing to do with you. If you tell a being you need your personal space, you are not doing anything to them, so there is no need to feel guilty or accept blame, and furthermore, you have every right to decide who is in your personal space, and should exercise this universal right. We say, have no gods before you. You are the highest authority in the universe, so stop being tricked into giving your energy to controlling, manipulating, unhealed beings, who are disconnected from the source that they are. There is no asking or begging for a cord to be cut, just say, no, and keep all beings who do not resonate with you out of your personal space, your reality, and all of the power that is being drained from your being will return. When you have all of your power back, you shall be whole again and can do all things. You are a child of the light and all goodness, but at this time, take inventory of who you are connected to and who they are connected to. The Archon uses what is called chain cords to connect from one being to another, and maybe to someone who is close to you right now.